No one is a stranger to the Amazfit watches. They as a brand have come a long way from being just another Chinese OEM to a legit smartwatch flagship killer brand. And GTR is one of the most successful flagship lineups from them. And last year, Amazfit launched Amazfit GTR 3 and GTR 3 Pro, which is the successor to the well-received GTR 2 watch. Despite being an older model, GTR 2 sells for almost the same price as GTR 3, if not $1 or $2 more expensive. So does that mean GTR 2 is a better smartwatch than GTR 3? And what is the difference between GTR 3 and GTR 3 Pro? I'm going to answer all of these questions right now in this Amazfit GTR 2 versus GTR 3 versus GTR 3 Pro video. But before we begin this triple threat match, I would urge you to press the subscribe button if you want to see more interesting videos like this on wearable tech. For the sake of making this video more useful to you, I'm going to divide this into various sections. In each one, I will compare one specific aspect of these three smartwatches and how they fare against each other. You can access any section using the chapter provided in the video. With that information out of the way, let's begin with the build of the watches first. All three watches come with a 22mm strap along with a quick release mechanism, so you can install any third-party strap of your choice provided they are 22mm ones. The case of the GTR 3 and 3 Pro is made of lightweight aluminum, and that's why they both weigh 32 grams respectively. On the other hand, GTR 2 is available in Classic and Sports variants. The Classic variant weighs 39 grams, and the Sports variant features an aluminum body which brings down its weight to 32 grams. So this is a big upgrade in the build quality department, as GTR 3 and GTR 3 Pro is only available in aluminum variants. However, the biggest and most significant improvement in terms of build, in my opinion, is the GTR 3's crown button. Unlike the button on GTR 2, which only acted as a button to power on, go in, and exiting the menu, the crown button on GTR 3 and 3 Pro can also be used for scrolling. This has made the watch more intuitive and easy to use in various scenarios and also helped in avoiding accidental touches. After the build, the next most important factor for smartwatches is the display. I mean, if the display is dim, you can't really use them in a bright environment. And if it is bright but not crisp in image quality, then it takes the fun out of using the watch. Thankfully, Amazfit GTR 2, 3, and 3 Pro all come with an AMOLED display which ensures good readability outside. While displays on all the three GTR smartwatches are super good, but there are some differences among them. Like the pixel density per inch on GTR 2 and 3 is 326 ppi, whereas it is bumped up to 331 ppi in GTR 3 Pro. Not only that, GTR 3 Pro features a 1.45-inch display, which is way bigger than the 1.39-inch display found in GTR 3 and GTR 2. Now, what makes it noteworthy is the fact Amazfit achieved this without increasing the size of the GTR 3 Pro. Instead of just having a gigantic screen, GTR 3 Pro features a smaller bezel, which makes the screen bigger without substantially increasing the watch size. GTR 3 Pro also features a 480x480 display resolution, which is better than the 454x454 resolution found on the GTR 2 and GTR 3. Another improvement that Amazfit has made is that they have bumped up the brightness of GTR 3 and 3 Pro to 1000 nits. This is more than twice the brightness GTR 2 is capable of doing, which is just 450 nits. Besides the display, Amazfit has also made significant improvements in the other departments of the watch as well. Amazfit GTR 3 and GTR 3 Pro comes with a BioTracker PPG 3.0 sensor. It features various improvements over the previous generation, which will lead to better health vitals monitoring accuracy compared to the BioTracker 2.0 found in GTR 2. Heart rate accuracy on the watch is more than decent, as I compared the GTR 3 heart rate tracker with an oximeter and found the result to be accurate most of the time. If you want to see the results for yourself, then check out our GTR 3 heart rate accuracy test video using the I button. Another great thing about this next generation tracker is that it can take multiple health readings like heart rate, blood oxygen, stress, and breath per minute at the same time. The SpO2 monitoring has also been upgraded in the next-gen GTR watches, as they can continuously monitor your blood oxygen automatically. This feature wasn't available on the GTR 2, as it was only able to take SpO2 reading when you initiated the test manually. Both the previous and this generation GTR feature a compass, barometer, accelerometer, and gyroscope sensor, so you won't be losing any functionality that you might have used in the GTR 2 watch. Till now, you might have felt that GTR 3 is only a minor upgrade to GTR 2, but that changes now. As compared to the 90+ sports profiles available in the GTR 2, the GTR 3 features 150+ sports profiles. Another great thing about GTR 3 and GTR 3 Pro is that they can automatically detect 8 workouts instead of 6 like on the GTR 2. So besides outdoor running, treadmill, walking, outdoor cycling, pool swimming, and elliptical, the GTR 3 has added support for indoor walking and rowing machine as well. To track your sports activities, you need a watch with a built-in GPS. Previous gen, Amazfit GTR 2 came with only 2 global navigation satellite support, namely GPS and GLONASS. With GTR 3 and GTR 3 Pro, Amazfit has added support for the Galileo, BDS, and QNSS satellite as well. Therefore, you will be able to track your workout even more accurately. And if it's a priority number 1 for you, then you can also use all the navigation satellites at once as well. I would recommend checking out our Amazfit GTR 3 GPS test video, where we have compared the watch to Garmin 245M. I also have shown some advanced settings to get the most out of this watch, so check it out. Besides GPS, Amazfit has also upgraded the GTR 2's Bluetooth 5.0 to 5.1 in GTR 3 and 3 Pro, so you will enjoy a faster connection with less energy consumption on the watch. Until now, I shared with you what has improved in the GTR 3 watch, but now let's talk about what has remained the same or changed for the worse. Logically speaking, GTR 3 sounds like a successor to GTR 2, and GTR 3 Pro sounds like an even more upgraded smartwatch. However, a case can be made that GTR 3 Pro is the actual successor to GTR 2. And reason I say that is because Amazfit has removed the speaker from the GTR 3. While you were able to pick up the calls on GTR 2, you won't be able to do that in GTR 3. It is because there is no speaker provided on the GTR 3 watch. Only a microphone is available to use offline voice commands and Alexa. Another feature that watch has removed from the GTR 3 is offline music playback. Despite having a 3.1 GB onboard storage, you can't play music on the GTR 3 either. That's why there is no Bluetooth headphone pairing support either, but you will be able to control the music playback of your smartphone on the watch. If those are important features for you, then you need to go with the GTR 3 Pro, as they are now available only on the Pro version of the watch. Similarly, the Wi-Fi connectivity option is also available in the GTR 3 Pro and GTR 2. One area where both GTR 3 and 3 Pro fall short in comparison to GTR 2 is battery life. Latest GTR 3 and 3 Pro feature a 450 mAh battery, which is lower than the 471 mAh battery present on the GTR 2. In my in-depth GTR 3 review, I found the battery life to be still pretty decent, as it gave me almost 6 days of battery life, which is still pretty decent. So this brings us to the question: which watch should I go with? GTR 2, 3, or the Pro model? If budget isn't a constraint, then without a doubt go with GTR 3 Pro. However, if you already have GTR 2 and looking to upgrade, then GTR 3 will feel like a downgrade to you, so I won't recommend doing that. I would recommend GTR 3 to those users who have never used a GTR 2 watch or are looking for a seriously good high-performing watch at a decent price. In fact, on its own, GTR 3 is a very competitive watch, offering one of the best price-to-performance ratios. However, its biggest competitor has turned out to be the previous gen watch from the GTR family. It is done by design by Amazfit to upsell you on the GTR 3 Pro, and making money is not evil. It's just business. We will have to wait for the next gen of the GTR family to see how well that worked and whether or not Amazfit decides to continue with it. So that was it for me today, but before I go, I would like to ask you which Amazfit watch you are using, and if you are planning to buy, which one has got your eye. I will even help you out in selecting one. Also, don't forget to press the subscribe button to find out more informational videos like this on wearable tech.